COVID restrictions, along within the community, have eased in the schools. If you are 12 years or older, then currently in schools you don't need to wear a mask unless you can't distance yourself from 1.5 metres. However, you still need to carry a mask with you at all times within the school grounds. Okay, upcoming excursions. We've got a number of excursions or incursions when things happen into the school happening in the next few weeks. First one, on Friday the 5th of March, we're having an incursion, so it's in our school, and we're having a WebEx session with Ultima Primary School. Now, us and Ultima have quite a few things in common because they also have 2 students, except their 2 students are 2 girls and they're in grade 3. So it'll be very interesting to see what's the same and what's different with the 2 schools. I have already found out that their principal used to live around this district, and they've already found out that our principal used to live near their school. So there you go, that's one thing we've got in common. Thursday the 11th of March, we have another incursion. Harston Primary School are coming to visit us again with their 8 students, and we're going to have a bit of a different day. So Mrs. Answer and I are working that out, and we're going to see what we're going to get up to. It'd be great to have all the students together. They can do some socialising, and we can also do a few things that we can't do when there's just a small group. Our students are going to teach them how to play Humpty, which is the Darringal standard game that I'm not really sure where it came from, but I know it's existed for a very, very long time. Maybe someone can inform me as to who invented or where Humpty came from. Tuesday the 16th of March, we have a Science Day. Now, Darringal is organising the Science Day, but we are actually holding it at 1U to make it easier for the other schools. There will be 6 small schools getting together, and it looks like we'll have a total of 55 students at that. The prep to 2s will be run by myself. The 3-4s and then the 5-6s are actually going to get run by a group from Melbourne, which is the Victorian Science Centre. They're coming up to do it for nothing, and it should be a great day. Friday the 19th of March, we also have an excursion. It's going to be a busy week. We're doing Life Ed. Remember Harold the giraffe? We're doing Life Ed at Waiai. So that's going to be an early start that day. We're going to be leaving here at 8 because we need to be at Waiai by 9 a.m. I know, we're all going to have to be on the ball that day. We probably won't be back to school until about 4 o'clock, but I will always text the parents as I'm leaving, just to say this is the time we're leaving. I know it's an hour's drive, and it'll give you an idea as to what time we'll be back. Monday the 29th of March is our annual athletic sports. Now, Athletic Sports Day, the parents take the students in to McEwen Reserve in Shepparton and pick the students up from McEwen Reserve in Shepparton. I don't have any further details at this stage. However, we will be looking for parents and community, if possible, to assist us again. Darringal traditionally run the long jump, and you can't run it with just Jenny and I. We really do need some assistance, please. Maths focus. So on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, we look at number and algebra, and currently we're doing patterns. So the boys have been working on a number pattern or a skip counting pattern, and we've been leaving numbers out. Can they work out which number is missing? Sometimes we'll start at the normal number, so if we're skip counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, but sometimes we might skip it around a bit and we might start at 18. So then it goes 18, 23, 28, and you've got to work out the pattern from there. We don't always start at the normal number. On a Thursday and Friday, we're looking at location. So where is Darringal? What does a map of Darringal look like? From Darringal, how do you get home at a night time? Or how do you come to school in the morning? Do you turn right? Do you turn left? And then we've been playing with Google Earth. We got that out, and the boys were very excited to find out all about Italy too, because in our Italian language classes, we've been looking at some of the locations of landmarks in Italy. So they've found Mount Blanc. They've found Mount Etna. They've found Mount Vesuvius. They've also looked at Florence, Rome, Venice, which was a favourite, finding the gondolas and looking at the water in Venice from Google Earth. We then also looked at the features of Street View, because out the front of the school here at Durrangol, you can't get Street View. It doesn't exist. We were able to look at Street View in front of the prison, and then we looked at Street View at some of the things in Italy. Really fascinating. Using Google Earth and finding places in Australia. The blue lines show the street view. Jade worked out that he'd been to the Big Banana in the past and wanted to have a look at it. He was fascinated when we put it on Street View to tell us all about how Mum had taken photos of him right there on those steps. It makes learning so real for the boys. First week of term, we sent home to all families a large white envelope with some paperwork in it. That paperwork is required to be returned to school now, please. If you are wanting to apply for conveyance allowance or CSEF allowance, then that paperwork really does need to be get in for us to be able to do that for you. We'd like to thank the Durrangol prisoners and the Prison Association. At present, the prisoners are learning all about hospitality through a Box Hill TAFE course. As part of it, they've associated with a group of these schools around the district. I was going to say small schools, but I think they're just schools around the district. And they are providing lunches for children who might otherwise not have. Now, the prisoners make the sandwiches, send them out, and then one of the officers, I'm not quite sure what the lady does, drops off the sandwiches to us. They'll be done on a monthly basis. So that's going to provide a service for us, and I love the way that we've been able to help the prison out and that the prison are also helping us out. It's what we need to do in this community. Last year, the school started a couple of projects where we give back to the community. Last year's project was face masks. The school sourced and gave back to the community reusable cloth face masks. These were sewn and then distributed to the community through our school letterbox. For 2021 and our first project, we actually need a little bit of help from the community. The thing we need is some adult-sized shoes, old shoes, not new shoes. Shoes that you're going to throw out or give to the op shop. Now, what we're really looking for is elastic-sided boots, gum boots, or closed-toe shoes, please. So if you've got some shoes that you don't want to see again, you've finished with, or they've completely had it and they're destined for the rubbish bin, we'd love to have them. Old shoes, welcome here. They're going to be repurposed, and when they're repurposed, we're then going to offer them back in their repurposed format to the community. So they're going to do a recycle. If you've got any of these shoes, please leave them in the school letterbox. We'd be really appreciative.